should think about. It's going to be the Roy to start it off. So Smokk and Zomba, game 1 here on Pokemon Stadium 2. Winners, semis.
All right, let's get it popping. I feel like I like the Roy as a first pick because I think you make the statement, hey, can I make you scared of me? Roy just is that character, right? If you can assert any level of dominance over Zomba, then you know, all right, I think this character might be able to get some panic options out that leads to some very early KOs. You have strong conversions on a character like R.O.B. Why not run the gambit?
And we think back to the time where before all of the Fighter Pass 2 kind of take over, we were leading into the Roy, Samus, R.O.B. era. And that matchup was always happening. And a big part of what scared the Roy players is that R.O.B. as his owner had better boxing tools up close because down tilt and all these other things work so well and you don't want to get grabbed. But Smokk's got to make sure he establishes early you can't do that, and getting those nairs in is going to be the most important key.
Bro, I just shout out to that double-edged dance for a little insurance on the recovery. That was super slick. But
actually, yeah, that one singular hit might have saved his life.
For sure, for sure.
And that was kind of tough. I mean, we got the gyro doing a great job of setting up that ledge trap. Zomba with hot pursuit and forces the air dodge with the gyro. And literally, if you're Smokk, you're just screwed.
Option coverage for days. One of the most impressive things for me when I watch Zomba is his ability to cover jumps. But beyond that is his ability to force you to do exactly what he wants. That's something that you have to do with high up. He gets the jab lock set up, but he doesn't get the read on where he would go. Accidentally goes the wrong way.
And some really good coverage at the ledge, as always, from Zomba, leading into another extension here, and this is such a rough spot to be in. Oh my goodness. What a route, though. Okay.
That's a key. That's a very key important thing for me to see out of a Roy. If you or any character with this type of recovery, you have to be able to save your jumps against a character like R.O.B.
He's going to get spanked up, but we're seeing at this point an opportunity, great DI, but it doesn't matter, manages to find the KOing blow to go ahead and bring the stocks back to even, but you need a Roy stock like now.
And so something so important about that, he didn't get 2 jab bears in a row. So the fact that he went off stage to establish, I'm still going to get this forward air, mattered so much. He's still far behind, but it looks like Smokk he definitely understands what he needs to adjust to try and get back in the fight.
Right, and he's got the right ideas for sure. Zomba not really giving too many opportunities, but if Smokk can find some more openings, we can definitely see him bring it back right now.
I'm feeling a little bit scared for Smokk, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like some of these opportunities he's had should lead to much larger conversions, but some of the technical ability has been falling short.
Yeah, but there's slight misses, still making the adjustments too. Really good grab right there as well, mixing up that offensive pressure, and the vertical pressure has been phenomenal too. But what a bait.
That forces shield, that makes you not want to try and trade. The last thing you want to do, every gyro now guarantees a ledge trap at this point because you're too high up in damage, so he's forced to have to react exactly how Zomba wants. That's his double jump gone, he gets the guaranteed ledge trap. That would have been the game right there with the extension, but Zomba barely misses.
Yeah, that extension is so smart too. Really slows down the recovery. Another fantastic route, but Zomba's on the hunt.
Oh man, pretty much any conversion now. The back air, the Zombair, I mean, we've all seen it time and time again. How many sets at this point have ended in that exact same fashion?
I still remember one time where we were walking to a 7-Eleven at last year's SmashCon where it was me, Zomba, and Sharp, and he kept talking about how there was a video specifically on Zombair. It's like, did you just see how many they had? Did you watch the Zombair video? He's such a goofy kid, but he knows how good he is. And he is so good establishing that back air because it's such an active hitbox. But even if you whip it, what did you really lose? You still have stage control.
Right. That is the most, like, generous usage of the word sour spot, you know? Like, that move's got so many things going for it. We saw a couple of them right there. That was just phenomenal coverage, man. It's such a big hitbox with the extension of, you know, the gyro. We've seen that interaction plenty of times too, where it stays out longer because of that hit lag. So many tools, so versatile.
That is a blessed move, to say the least.
To say the least.
It gets everything done that you need for it, especially against a character like Roy. I do very much agree with staying with the Roy, though. Honestly, put your best foot forward. This is the character that has given you a lot of good records and history to where you are now. Go in and try and make sure it works, because honestly, I think trying to go with Snake, the way that this aggressive approach has been off stage so far, might not be the best option.
Hopefully this is going to pan out for Smokk. I'm just looking for like a juicy conversion. Show me that you can do them. Show Zomba that you can do them, because that's going to force him to play entirely different. But really it's been like, oh, maybe I get like a nair into like 1 extra hit. No, I need to see like 4, bro.
Yeah, and we're seeing some really good ideas. The tech chases have been great. And a lot of good follow-ups, but like you're saying, it's 1 or 2 big hits. Zomba on the back foot, though, but what a good reversal with that neutral air.
Yeah, if you as Roy are not making them go, every 5 seconds, it's not that you're doing it wrong, it's just you need to do it better. You need to try and make them feel that fear. That's what Smokk's trying to do, but now we're in that mix-up range. He tries to go for the up air, tries to go for the frame trap afterwards to still maybe get an F-tilt, but I like that super aggressive falling up air for Smokk to get out.
Yeah, that's good awareness, right? That means like you've at least been in this situation enough times to know that you can get that aerial out in time. And so, very smart from him, but that's yet again where Zomba has forced him into a tech situation right at the ledge, and he's neutral tech.
And such a good follow-up, too. It's so dangerous. You don't want to tech out right there because Zomba is so ready to punish it.
I think I've seen Zomba use F-tilt so much more of late because it's such a decent option where if you hit him on shield, you might expect maybe they're going for down tilt instead. So they're not really going to react to it being pushed on shield. And if you hit it, well, they die. So, but speaking of dying, finally Smokk gets a KO without being extremely far behind. 67% is not a huge hill to climb for Roy.
And some good defensive options to start there, kind of wasting invincibility, but the grab is just so good from Zomba, right? You throw the gyro out, force the shield, and then sneak those grabs in.
Okay, here we go. 3 nairs and a reverse. Okay, this is what I was talking about. That's the kind of sauce I'm trying to see routinely, right? Because that's what you can get on R.O.B.
What's crazy about that, too, is if he got the second falling up air proper, he probably could have went for a full hop down air to try and maybe steal a stock. But that up air will get the job done. Zomba has been so good all throughout his recent history of when he gets a lead, he keeps it with a very decent amount of, like no damage taken on that prior stock.
Yeah, looking pretty clean here in the aggressive stance, but oh, hold on. I love that follow-up. So much damage, good knockback.
You can see it, right? You can see Smokk slowly making the adjustments, particularly in the advantage state, to make Zomba have to respect him a little bit more.
Right. Yeah.
Will it be enough in this game? We'll have to wait and see, but we can see that the circuits are lighting up in Smokk's brain.
Oh, that was barely the game right there. That down toss would have been it. Yeah, he would have been over. And it's still crazy because it's like you said, Smokk had so many good reads, but that gyro does sneak its way underneath. And if he jumped high early, the laser was already there to cover that high recovery option too. So it was a borderline checkmate scenario for a character like Roy, and that puts Zomba up 2-0.
And that was after what was some very good DI from Smokk on the left side to get out of what would have been a lethal situation. But just Zomba ready to follow up, even if you make the quote-unquote correct choice. Zomba's there to just put you in another bad spot, immediately brings him over to the right side, and just the clinical edge guard, of course. Like you said, the laser pre-planned, can't jump, can't recover. The gyro gets, covers the gyro zone, if you will.
Yep.
Rocking a hard place. Yeah.
I feel like for Smokk, one thing that I've noticed, and I want you guys to check for this too as we go into this next game, is how often he's actually successfully able to get Zomba to air dodge.
Ooh.
I feel like Zomba has just been coming down with either an attack or just doing a double jump and coming with an air, and it's like...
I'm gonna tell you why. You look at Zomba sitting in the chair right now, he looks uninterested. And that's honestly, I know I say it that way, but this is one of the most important things as a player when you are on the come up. If you are constantly looking at your opponent and going, man, I got to give them a lot of respect. You're already doing it wrong. You need to believe you are the best person in the building always. It does not matter who you're playing. And Zomba has achieved that level. He knows that he can be #1, and he plays like he can. So even with all of those aggressive approaches from Roy, he doesn't care because he's just going to challenge him, saying, prove to me that you can make me scared in the first place.
I think we see shades of that exact attitude in some of the advantage states from Smokk, too. Unfortunately, though, like you said, Zomba will just drop down and break up that action. Right now, they're scrapping center stage. Smokk with a pretty solid lead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still looking at this point, has yet to press the air dodge button. Has either double jumped or done a falling nair every single time. And look, it's working, so why mix it up?
You know, honestly, one of the losing conditions for R.O.B is to have the air dodge done. Because if you're air dodging in front of a character like Roy, like
bang,
just now, you are getting capitalized on with resets you don't want with that big body.
Ooh, all right, I like that vertical pressure. Still holding on to the stock, though. Still pretty early, but the next big hit could do it. Sets up for the edge guard, at least.
Here's the worst case scenario, being on ledge against R.O.B. He does still get a trade that works out for him, but he still can't find those closeouts. He can't, I feel a falling up air maybe as an option, but now with this position, I don't know if he's going to get that chance.
Wow, I'm so very surprised he made it back around all that stuff, and then neutral air actually taking the stock. Zomba still looking comfortable, still looking in control, but Smokk trying to make something happen.
still coming down with these aerials. I'm still like locked in looking for it, but at this point, Zomba feels so comfortable. I think you're right.
I got my data on why too. You see that how that up air didn't kill at 129?
Yeah.
What do I have to fear?
Right.
Like I have no reason to worry about this. I'm still not dead. I can trade with you all day and will not die here. Therefore, it does not matter. You can do this all day long. You have to kill me on the sides, so I'll try to check you every single time as I land.
Uh-oh, forward smash. Oh, give me the rotor arm. I like that.
I like it.
Good damage. A lot of knockback here. Stuck at the ledge yet again. Have to jump around that gyro, but Zomba's ready to cover it.
Just like that, we can see Smokk trailing behind yet again. The same juggle scenario where Zomba shows absolutely no fear, and for good reason, right? What is Smokk doing here to make him want to air dodge?
Wow. Unbelievable route. Somehow Smokk makes it back, but they're still not killing. Finally, the back air at 173.
Yeah.
You need a Roy stock right now. I think everybody understands what we mean by that. You need to get a double-edged dance, hopefully at the ledge, off of some kind of early stock, maybe a spike, but Zomba smartly going high again, because what does he lose off of that? He gets juggled a little bit, but nothing super bad happens.
Wow, there we go. The back air is finally, or I say finally, it's not like Zomba's been struggling to find KOs, right? But he forces the final stock in what could likely be the final stock of this game. I mean, Zomba just ending it before I can potentially even finish my sentence. He won't get close enough to the ledge. That's the set. Zomba has a very easy, clean 3-0 and a